Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot into my latest reading, which is on what does your former friend think about you? So we've got pile number 1, the green flashlight pile, pile number 2, the red flashlight pile, pile number 3, the yellow flashlight pile, and pile number 4, the orange flashlight pile. So tune into what flashlight you think resonates with your former friend, and let's get started to see what does your former friend think of you. Okay, pile number 1, the green flashlight pile. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Death. So I think they definitely think it's over. And Ace of Cups, but there may be some hidden emotion about that. So something about work, and Two of Pentacles. So Nine of Cups. It's sort of like I'm sensing that they think that it came to an end because there was too much being juggled in like it was almost too much, almost, is what they think, or what they're going through right now is too much. But they almost feel like, like it was just almost too much work. Or you may think that it's too much work, too much emotional work. And I'm hearing that you may have had like a lot of fights, or a lot of I'm hearing there's a lot of clashes that happened, and there's a lot of emotionality. And it was just it's almost like I'm seeing with the two of Pentacles, like you could never agree on anything. And they kind of feel a bit of sadness about that, but they're kind of almost relieved. And you may be relieved as well too, that it's over, because it was just you couldn't kind of agree about anything, and it's like you kind of went back and forth. But I'm hearing that in most cases they don't have a very negative, they may even have a positive view of you in some cases, where in some cases it could be very negative. But it's sort of like there's a sense of like, it's sort of a mixed feeling. Like I get a very split mixed feeling, like they're kind of, for some they're quite sad, although they wouldn't say that. But there's a part of them that's sort of like they look back at you with fondness, but it's almost like it was too much work. And it's almost like they think it wasn't either. Some may blame you, but some may think it's sort of like neither of your faults. Almost, it's just sort of like you had this energy that created this. Like I'm hearing a lot of arguments or clashes, and it could have felt like a lot of work to both of you. But they're kind of like, if only it could have worked out. If any, I'm hearing with the green flashlight, it's sort of like, if only we had been able to create sort of a healing energy. Like there's a part of them, and this could be unconscious, but they sort of wish that there could be a healing energy. And I'm hearing in a very small amount of cases, they may try and suggest that you work on it again, whatever like. But I'm hearing you guys just couldn't get along. And I'm hearing there could have for some been like this parent-child dynamic where one was sort of telling the other one what to do, and it could have been very heavily steeped in sort of a past life dynamic, where one was really trying to, like I'm getting a very strong sense of like a karmic friendship, like where one was in charge of the other in a past life. So one sort of felt like, oh, I have to be in charge of this person. So there may be a sort of a sense of concern about the other person, but sort of a smothering concern in some cases, because one used to be sort of in charge, or there's a very, very heavy past life, like karmic something. A lot of really, I want to say, nasty things happened, and one might have perpetrated the other. But it's sort of like a loving bond, but it's sort of like it's almost too much, and both of you almost feel, oh, it's too much, but there's a slight bit of fondness, if you will. And yeah, so it's sort of like, but I'm hearing in some cases they may have a very negative view of you, and it could have ended in clashes. But a lot of cases it's sort of like a part, like they just feel a sadness about it. They feel a sadness, and they're kind of the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. They kind of wonder if anything, because there may be sort of, although I'm saying that there was fights, there may have been a very clear, I'm hearing for some, there may be a very clear, definitive ending for it, and it's never going to happen. But in other cases, like in some cases it's very clear it's ended, but in other cases it's sort of you're both wondering, oh, after this latest clash or what have you, will somebody like reach out? Will someone? And I'm hearing in some cases someone will in this interaction. Most likely will be them. It could be you, wondering, oh, maybe there could be something. Because I'm hearing that there's underneath it, there's sort of a love, a sort of a love, if you will, from sort of from past life. Interchanges, or just sort of like you could have even had like very, very strong bonds in past life. So it's sort of like it's hard to sort of release the courting from it. That's what I'm hearing. It's very hard, but like it could be one of those, you could have had some passionate interchanges where it's sort of like one is sort of person is sort of thinking, oh, well, the other person apologized. So with the Seven of Pentacles card, well, one of them. And I'm hearing for some, it's probably best to let it go and not be friends with the person, because it's just the emotions and the excessive emotionality just got so toxic. But for others, I'm hearing that it wouldn't be a bad if you guys are both if you both have leveled up. But I'm hearing for in a lot of cases, just maybe one of you have leveled up and become the bigger person. But so then if that's the case, if you guys have have done some movement forward, if you both have done a movement forward, then maybe it could be a continued friendship. But if you haven't done a work forward or movement forward, then it's probably not a good idea. It all depends on if you guys are equal. It's sort of like if you guys are equal in how you've both moved forward in life, is what I'm hearing. And Page of Pentacles. So I'm hearing in some cases this could be a good quality person who is trying to move forward and sort of become more, shall we say, solid in this physical realm. But in other cases, in other cases they haven't, and they've kind of gone in sort of a bad death direction. And if that's the case, then I would think it's best to let it go. But I'm hearing in your heart, I'm hearing actually, and sometimes it's hard for you to know if you should let this go. I'm hearing with the Ace of Cups, it's sort of emotionally hard, but I'm hearing that if you sort of, I mean, I'm hearing, oh, this is what I'm hearing, a percentage. If you feel 80%, 85%, more than 85 or 80 or 85%, I'm getting those percentages positive around this person, then you should give it a go. But if it's less than 80%, then you probably shouldn't. So that, I don't know why I'm being given that percentage, but that's an interesting pile. A lot of emotionality, a lot of care and concern I'm hearing, but underneath a lot of care and concern, but kind of underneath a lot of toxic emotionality, if you will, that could or could not have a healing energy on it, but perhaps not, I'm hearing, but perhaps so. It would be nice if it did have a healing energy, but it might not. Okay, so pile number 2. I'm hearing pile number 2, this person with the red flashlight, I'm hearing that this person is probably they have quite a bit of hidden or unhidden hostilities towards you, I'm hearing. But we'll see what we have. The Six of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Let's see, what else do we have here? So I'm hearing hidden hostilities or competitiveness. Hostilities, or they really want to compete with you. And that was it was a very toxic friendship, I'm hearing, where they wanted to compete with you. So let's see what else we get. I'm hearing that they pretty much, I'm hearing that they haven't leveled up in any way, and they haven't really leveled up in any way, and they probably, it's probably best not to interact with this person. But we'll see what else we've got. The Lovers, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Cups, King of Cups. So let's see what else do we have. So I'm hearing that this person, they want they want a sense of sort of sort of separateness from you, because they don't, I'm hearing they don't really feel very good about their life right now. They want like sort of a sense of they feel like they always felt it was important to compete with you, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing this sense of they always wanted to, even financially or career wise, like I'm hearing in every which way they wanted to be better. Even like sort of like spiritually, I'm hearing they kind of wanted to be better than you in various ways. So it's sort of like I'm hearing, and they feel very burdened right now, and they feel that like that they probably wouldn't and I'm hearing like hostility with the Knight of Wands. But I'm hearing that there's just a lot of they feel a lot of emotionality towards a lot of areas of their life, and feel quite a bit of hostility towards you, is what I'm hearing with the Knight of Wands. They could like, I'm hearing in like maybe 70% of the cases they feel like quite a bit of hostility towards you. Maybe a bit of like almost confusion too. I'm hearing the King of Cups. It's like they don't really know really what happened either. Like they it's like they don't really want to admit this, but there may have been like they don't really know, and they don't like to not know. They don't really know exactly what happened. Like you may have, I'm hearing either you guys kind of faded away, or there was sort of like a very sort of a kind of very very strong tower movement that sort of broke you apart, where they were sort of trying to like create some, they're trying to create some stability for themselves, and that's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to create some stability for themselves, so they kind of feel kind of cold and not quite feeling good about themselves at this moment. So therefore they just wouldn't really want to, it's important for them to sort of seem like sort of all right, and they don't feel all right now. So they wouldn't like, their image of being like sort of a Six of Wands person, like almost victorious, is so important to them that they wouldn't want to seem anything other than less than that. So yeah, I'm sensing that. Let's see, what else do we have here. Knight of Cups. So the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So I'm hearing that they have quite a bit of emotionality about what happened, but it's sort of like they're not really in touch with their emotions. They're not in touch with their emotions, and they just can't feel them. So instead of that, they show they show a measure of anger, if you will. So that's what they feel towards you. Like they feel some sense of anger, if you will, and and yeah, they feel almost, in some cases may feel that you, I'm getting something else too, they may feel that you sort of bested them in something, and I don't know what that could be. It may be like monetarily or some other, so in some avenue they feel like you somehow, like, and this may not even be the case, but they have this sense of, oh, you were sort of in control. You were the person that was in control or victorious in one way or another. And so they don't like that. They don't, it's like kind of like you upset their Queen of Swords. I'm hearing that you may have set boundaries with them, and they just did not really like that much. So they feel quite a bit of anger at you for not, like, there may have been like a change in the friendship, and they may have yeah, they may have not liked that. You may have changed, and I'm hearing just a lot of blame towards you, like a lot of emotionality, anger, and blame towards you. So I'm hearing it's probably best left not excavated, because feels that it's just like it's best just left the way that it is. So that was pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed that. And then let's go to pile number 3. What does your former friend think about you? So we got 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, 8 of Swords, and Page of Wands. So my sense is that they feel almost that you almost ghosted them. Is that the sense that I get? Like, with the 8 of Wands and Knight of Swords, and they didn't really know. They feel kind of ghosted by you, is what I'm hearing, and they don't really know what to do with it. They're a little bit put off with it, or you might feel that other way, that like could be reversed. You may feel that they ghosted you, and I'm getting there's a sense of almost like confusion. There's a sense of almost like confusion, like they don't really know. And there could be a little, like, in some cases, but I'm not getting an overall sense of anger, but there might be a slight bit of anger in some cases, but not a heavy sense. But like, someone left someone, and it's sort of like like there's just a sense of that they don't know what happened. They have a sense of, oh, I don't know really what happened, and they're kind of like in the dark, like they're unclear is the word that comes to mind. They're very kind of unclear about what happened, and they don't know they don't know if you'd want to talk to them. They don't know if you'd want to have anything to do with them. That's their my sense is that in most cases they would be like, I'm hearing 80% of cases they would probably be amenable to like a continued friendship. Like they'd probably feel like amenable to that, but in most cases the overall sense, they probably, oh, okay, like they did probably be like, they probably wouldn't mind continuing something with you, but it's sort of like, they're like, what happened? You're kind of very much a mystery to them. They're like, did they reject me? Did they not? Like, what exactly happened here? They're thinking. So it's sort of like They don't know what happened, and they're just like 10 of cups. They don't know that they don't know really what, like, I'm hearing that a lot of times it's important for them to know what a person's emotional state is, and they don't know what your emotional state is. Like they have a strong sense of liking to be almost in control and knowing what everyone's emotional state is. It's like once they, and specifically too, like, oh, how does it relate to them? What is their, what is a person's emotional state in relation to me? I'm hearing, what do they think of me? What do they think of me? So I'm hearing that if they knew that you wanted something to do with them, or they probably would be, they like to be on solid ground. They like to sort of like always be on solid ground is what I hear, and they like to know that, yeah, the part of them would be is kind of curious what happened and what's happening with you. Not, it's, you know, curious, quite curious to slightly curious to mildly curious is what I'm getting. So sort of those emotions to sort of, and they feel kind of, in some cases, they feel kind of childlike, this person. Page of Wands plus the yellow. They feel kind of like a childlike person that's always kind of looking for security, if you will. Like always sort of, they have this sense of, yeah, like looking for security. And they don't like to feel like the Eight of Swords energy of not knowing, constricted, not knowing. This is their least their least favorite feeling. So you may have induced in them their least favorite feeling of being like not knowing what's happened. So if they were to know what had happened and know that you were somehow happy with them, if you were to know that you were happy with them, they would probably in most cases want to continue the friendship. So that's what we get for pile number 3. And yeah, so they feel that then also too, I'm getting the Knight of Swords, they don't know if you're angry at them, and they tend to sort of, I'm hearing you, in some cases you might actually be angry at them, but in a lot of cases, it's more like they sort of project that feeling of somebody being, unhappy with them. They project that feeling of people being unhappy with them on other, or a lot of projections is what I'm hearing. They project a lot on other people. Like if they don't know what's happened, and I'm hearing it could have been a simple, like you may have just wanted to go away for a little bit and have your own space. I'm hearing, yeah, you're someone who just may have just wanted to have your own space, but they just took it all wrong. And now they're like, are they mad at me? Am I mad at them? Like, I don't know what the person's emotional state is. So yeah, so they feel kind of ghosted by you, even if you just kind of, there wasn't anything meant by it. You just kind of, they feel defensive. But I'm hearing that the defensive feelings are easily, once they're emotionally reassured with the 10 of Cups, then they're basically, then everything is okay. So I'm hearing it's, in most cases, it's something that could very easily be smoothed over, is what I'm hearing. Once they're emotionally secure, everything is all right. Everything could be okay. And they kind of have a sweet, almost, in some cases, sweet childlike energy to them. I'm hearing sometimes maybe a little bit annoying at times, but sweet and childlike and interesting. Pile number 3. All right, pile number 4. What does your former friend think about you? Let's see. We've got the Star, Strength, 4 of Cups, the Devil, and Judgment. Interesting. So let me just get some right here. I'll just cover. We've got like a couple of naked cards there. So actually 3 naked cards. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to put these out. So we've got the Star, 4 of Cups, the Devil, Judgment, and Strength. So my sense is that right now they're feeling kind of bored with their life. either that, or they're chained to something that they don't really want to be chained to. So there's sort of a sense of ambiguousness, and or they think, I'm hearing that in some cases they think that you don't really want anything to do with them, or in some cases they're kind of ambivalent about you. They're a little bit ambivalent, or they think that you're ambivalent about them. But I'm hearing that they're kind of embarrassed about their sort of addictive behavior, or some of the behaviors they. So I'm picking up sort of a slight bit of embarrassment at some of their addictive behaviors, and sort of, yeah, I'm picking up a sense of embarrassment that they feel. And let's see what else. They feel, I'm hearing that they feel it's important for them to be sort of in control in all aspects of their life, and they don't feel that way right now, so they don't. It's sort of like they're in this energy of sort of a cloud of sort of stuckness, if you will, is what I'm getting. Like they may have addictive issues, and they may feel, and I'm hearing that they may feel that you are almost that you judge their addictive behaviors or something like that. They sense that you judge their addictive behaviors in some way, or with the judgment and the devil, and so I'm hearing they don't like to be judged, so they would kind of avoid you if they feel that you judge them. But I'm hearing that they probably more likely judge themselves than you, and it's probably something. But I'm just getting this haze of cloudiness around them, and like they may not be very in touch with reality, with the star. Like they're just kind of it's like they're sort of they feel the sense of, and my sense is with the star too, is that they don't have particularly any negative feelings towards you in most cases, but they just have this sense of who are you, who are me, and would it even work at this point and everything. Like they sort of have this sense of how would it even work now, because we're in such, like, they don't know, like really, would you accept them, would you not, they have no, it's almost like they have no idea where you're at, or what you're sort of doing or up to, or they don't know. I'm hearing too, they have no idea really how you perceive them. They have an idea that you may judge them in some way, but they don't even know that for sure. Like they really there's just a sense of overall haziness about this situation, like just a sense of just not really knowing what it is. But it's sort of an overall haziness that they have in their own life. And and I'm hearing that they may have felt at one point that either you both were in sort of it could be not really to everybody, but sort of like you may have like had the same addictive behavior, and they don't know if you have that anymore. They don't know, just a sense of haze, of not knowing where you're at. Like they don't know where you're at, like I said. And Four of Pentacles. And so there might be a little bit of defensiveness, but not like, I don't get any overall sense of hatred towards you, but just sort of just not really knowing, and sort of because of that, a sense of defensiveness. And then for some, I hear sort of, there's sort of a sadness. There's a sadness that it sort of, because you may have been good like good friends at a certain time, right? And it's sort of like a sadness of that you or that period of their life, of that period, of that period of their life. But it may be sad about you, but it may be in combined. It could be just you, but it could be all that whole part of their life is gone, and they don't know what it meant, if you will. Like they're just having a lot of hazy, cloudy, sort of maybe unregulated, unclear, dissociated, unfelt emotions, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm just getting a sense of neutrality, a strong sense of neutrality, and just not, yeah, but it's just sort of the energy that surrounds them, if you will, more than it surrounds you, if that makes sense. Like more of the haziness surrounds them more than it surrounds you. So that's all we've got for pile number 4. I hope that you enjoyed that and have a great day. Bye-bye.